2. Swung on and missed. Fuchs
coming in right side, Sip. Goes down to the slide and gets it.
Nelson's going to take off on the pitch. Switches a called strike 3.
Wes Marshall pitches a ground ball through the infield on the left side. One will score. They're going to wave a second runner around. Throw will come to the plate. It is not in time.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Monday afternoon from Thompson, North Dakota. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show as it's Region 2 baseball on the air today here between the Thompson Tommies and the Maple River Raiders. And a pleasant good Monday, May the 16th. I'm Chase Miller from Thompson. It's 60 degrees. The sun has been out, but the clouds are starting to roll through regardless. It's a gorgeous day for baseball with the type of Mother Nature we've had up and down the Red River Valley here in 2022. The Maple River Raiders, this is just their 5th contest of the season. They're 1-3 on the year, 0-1 in Region 2 play here for the Raiders. After today, they play Larimore and Hope tomorrow at 4:30. Then games at Hillsborough Central Valley on Thursday at 4:30, a game on your live event. Then a contest at Hatton Northwood on May the 20th at 4 o'clock. That was the original schedule coming into today. Some of those schedules might change because of the pending forecast on Thursday or Friday, but that is the upcoming schedule for Maple River. On the opposite side for the Thompson Tommies, this is game number 13 for the Tommies, head coached by Nate Solis, a mark of 11 wins, 1 loss on the season, 4-1 in Region 2 play for the Thompson Tommies after today at Grafton tomorrow at 4:30. Then they have a scheduled game with Mayport CG, a doubleheader on Thursday. That might get moved to Wednesday, so same thing with the pending weather. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to IrieINS.com. That's IrieINS.com. Visit Irie Insurance for all of your insurance requests. For the Maple River Raiders and the Thompson Tommies, first game between these two teams this season. They were part of the Enderlin Baseball Invitational on May the 6th and May the 7th in Enderlin. In that invite, the Thompson Tommies defeated the Kindred Richland Vikings 6-4, but then lost a Region 2 contest against Hillsborough Central Valley by a final of 6-5. Then they came back with a 10-0 win over Oaks on that Saturday. On the opposite side for Maple River, they played their first game of the season. It was a kids' day game, 10:30 from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. A 4-3 loss, a walk-off hit by Anthony Wendell for Enderlin. But then they came back with a nice 12-2 win on Saturday against Harvey Wells County, then lost to Hankinson Co-op 5-8-7 on that Saturday. Their last game for Maple River, they lost against Mayport CG in Enderlin. That was back on May the 13th this past Friday. On the opposite side for the Thompson Tommies, their last game on this Saturday, they won against Hillsborough Central Valley in Larimore by a final of 11-1. Coming up on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll take a look at scores from across the region that have gone final. Thompson softball, also a big game in Castleton for Region 1 baseball between Central Cass, Northern Cass. Get to the starting lineups in the first pitch scheduled for the top of the hour. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Region 2 baseball, it's Maple River and Thompson on your live event.
Public schools is right for you. TPS-K12.org.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson. Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders. As they compete both on and off the field and on the court, you put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish your goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience that you can trust to get the job done with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, contact Triple E Incorporated, 701-668-2258, or stop by the office in Page. Make your next project a winner with a team from Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
As we continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show from Thompson, closing in on the opening pitch here at the top of the hour. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard from games earlier today here on your live event. Softball, the Thompson Tommies score 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to defeat Kindred Richland earlier today by a final of 5-4. Also, Thompson had a equally grueling game with the Central Cass Squirrels. 2 really good non-region contests here in Thompson. The Squirrels win that one, the nightcap, by a final of 4-3. Also a final this in baseball in Region 2. The Burros of Hillsborough Central Valley win in 6 innings via the 10-run rule, 11-1 over Hatton Northwood. That game has gone final, and also a game that has gone final to determine the number 1 and number 2 seeds in Region 1 for baseball. Central Cass with a 3-2 win over Northern Cass in Castleton. So the Squirrels would be the 1 seed, Northern Cass the Jags a 2 seed entering Region 1 play. They both earn a bye into that next round. How the brackets work, it's a double elim in Region 1, and the postseason for Region 1 officially gets underway tomorrow with Hankinson Co-op going up against Enderlin in Enderlin at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here on your live event. If you're looking for a schedule or a rundown of games throughout the Red River Valley, we'll have those for you on yourliveevent.com, or just subscribe to our YouTube page and you'll get a notification if you want to go that route for games upcoming. It's going to be a very busy weekend and week. Region 1 baseball gets underway on Tuesday with the play-in, then Thursday, Friday, and Kindred with the next rounds of the Region 1 baseball tournament. Region 1 softball, that'll be in Hillsborough beginning on Saturday. Region 2 softball, that is scheduled to get underway on Saturday from Mayport CG, and then Region 2 baseball gets underway on Tuesday, so a week from Tuesday, 8 days from now, on the campus of Mayville State University. All those games, again, will be here on your live event, so when you break it down, you're looking at about 40 games, 20 or so of softball, 20 or so of baseball here over the next week and a half on your live event. We'll take a quick time out. We come back after this. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. That's all ahead on the opening pitch. It's our Irie Insurance pregame show. Region 2 baseball today from Thompson. It's the Tommies and the Raiders here on your live event.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online, firststatebanks.com.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrant, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
As we continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, Thompson is taking their infield and outfield. Same thing here for the Maple River Raiders. As our umpiring crew is coming out here, we'll get the exchange of lineups in a moment, and we'll get to the first pitch here in Thompson. For the Maple River Raiders, they'll go like this. Dylan Raymer, the junior center fielder, batting leadoff here for Maple River. Then his brother, Cody Raymer, the senior pitcher here tonight, batting second. Liam Satcham, the junior shortstop, batting third. Grant Irie, the cleanup batter, the senior left fielder, batting fourth. Hayden Hushka, the senior the senior catcher here, batting fifth. Calvin Sandstrom, the sophomore third baseman, batting sixth. You have Jace Erickson, the sophomore right fielder, batting seventh. Carson Davis, the sophomore first baseman, batting eighth. And then you have Caleb Dowes, the sophomore second baseman, a sophomore, batting ninth. So a pair of Reamers to start. Sandstrom, Irie, Hushka, and Sandstrom, Erickson, Davis, and Dowes here for the Maple River Raiders. They'll be going up against Berberich Reese on the mound here for the Thompson Tommies. On the opposite side here for the Thompson Tommies, Connor Welsh, the senior shortstop, batting leadoff. Thomas Schumacher, the second baseman freshman, batting second. You have Tyler Cunningham, the third baseman senior, batting third. The pitcher, Reese Berberich, the junior, batting cleanup. Kyle Odenbach, the senior first baseman, batting fifth. Ryan Strandy, the senior designated hitter, batting sixth. Brandon Wolfgram, the sophomore catcher, batting seventh. Drew Overby, the sophomore left fielder, batting eighth. And then Brody Gibson, the sophomore center fielder, batting ninth. With Sean O'Hearn, the junior right fielder, he'll be in right field but not hitting here for the Thompson Tommies to start. 7 innings of baseball is scheduled. Larry Fontaine, Alex Hoffman, the duo for the Maple River Raiders. Nate Solis is the coach here for the Thompson Tommies. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to irieins.com. That's irieins.com for all of your insurance requests. Chase Miller alongside Leaf Botkin, who's going to be joining from 2 games from the softball diamond. Now he'll be doing a little color commentary and running the camera here for baseball. That does it again for Irie Insurance pregame show. The first pitch from Thompson is next for Region 2 baseball.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
In Grand Forks and Lakota, see Chris Moen, your agent with answers.
As we get to the top of the first inning, 7 innings of baseball is scheduled, or if needed, there will be the 10-run mercy rule as well. It's Maple River and the Thompson Tommies here. Overcast skies right now, 60 degrees, but a very pleasant day for high school Region 2 baseball. And as we talked about 10 days ago in Enderlin, the quirkiness of that baseball field with left to right field, you have the train tracks, you have the scoreboard in play and right. Same thing here in Thompson. You have a football field that gets morphed into a baseball field, or however you look at it, vice versa here. And so it's 311 almost down the left field line, but you do have the goalpost in play in left center field. Also in right field, it would be a dead ball and foul. So you do have a little bit of quirks. Obviously, you have the school as well. If you hit it on top of the roof, that is a home run. So a little bit to get to as we continue in Thompson. And Leaf, something you didn't have to worry about at the softball fields earlier today. That was just let's pitch and play some softball.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, when you look at it, too, I think each individual field has really interesting, the quirks, the characteristics to it. I was talking about that one with that creek that runs along in the back of the right field side. And then you got the field that was right to behind us, out of play, of course, but that's kind of interesting. So if it hits the school, it's in play?
We'll see what happens. It's going to be in play.
Okay.
Yes, it is. First pitch underway, 7 o'clock right on schedule here in Thompson. And that's first pitch swinging up the third base line. Playable for Cunningham in on the grass, over for a quick 5-3 on the putout. So first pitch right at 7 o'clock here, and one down now in the top of the first inning. Dylan Reamer wasting no time for the junior center fielder and his older brother Cody coming up next, the opposing pitcher here for Maple River. Maple River 1-3 on this season. The Thompson Tommies at 11-1. Reese Berberich, the pitcher, with Wolfgram behind the plate here, the battering ram for the Tommies. That one splits the plate for a strike, now 0-1.
I just want to talk about how efficient the folks here in Thompson are. We started both softball games on time. We're starting baseball on time. An hour, 21 minutes is the time for both softball games. We'll have to see what the baseball does.
All right, so 81 minutes is the point of attack here, you're saying, for baseball. We'll see if we can get it. Some good pitching early here by Reese. That one misses on the inner part of the plate. Now 1-2. Santrum batting third here for Maple River. Thompson with their green tops, the gray pants. Gray pants are Maple River with their blue tops. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Cody. Region 2 gets underway a week from Tuesday for the baseball tournament. That one's foul back, so pitch number 6 upcoming here. Overby in left, Gibson in center, O'Hearn in right. The first baseman, Odenbach, Schumacher at short, Schumacher at second, Welsh at short, and Cunningham at third. Off-speed pitch gets the batter in front. There's Welsh across the diamond, and that's going to be 6-3 on the putout. So left side getting some work in early with the third baseman Cunningham, and Welsh as well at short. 2 down quickly here in the top of the first inning. Liam Satcham, the junior shortstop, will be coming up next. In this press box, you got a bird's eye view right on top of the action here in Thompson. Here's the pitch by Reese. That one in at the knee off speed, now 0-1. The junior shortstop, Liam Satcham here. Maple River 1 win, 3 losses on this season. Just their 5th game again because of Mother Nature. This one is hit in the air, and that one could smell trouble. Gibson goes back, tries to reach over. Can't. Rounding first is Santrum on his way to second. Here's the relay throw, but not in time. It's a 2-out double here by the junior, Liam Santrum.
Nice job, good placement on that ball, and the outfield wasn't quite set to go that far back, so great position and a good double to get in scoring position. And, here early in the game, that's what you want.
Gibson did a nice job coming in, but that one had a little more giddy up there as Santrum able to hit that one on the screws to straightaway center field. And now the Raiders with a chance for a little 2-out rally here. Taking a strike is Grant Irie, the senior left fielder. Irie, the cleanup batter here with a runner in scoring position. Can the Raiders capitalize here with 2 outs? Off-speed pitch. That'll miss up. Now 1-1. Maple River, the co-op of Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts here. The 1-1 pitch. This one is hit in the air. That could be trouble. O'Hearn over, and that one's going to die in front of him. That's going to be an RBI single here, and the Maple River Raiders take the lead 1-0 on our Chris Moan Agency Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard.
Another well-positioned ball there, Chase. Again, riding that first baseline. Right field wasn't quite ready for that. Had to get on his horse and try to get to it, and got to it as fast as he could. But with 2 outs, now the catcher's got to unbuckle everything and come up to the plate. So, but again, a good hustle by the Tommies, but got to be in the right spot and watch that ball a little closer.
Grant Irie again, inside-out swing, able to make it a 1-0 advantage here for Maple River. So the Raiders get out early. That's what you need against the Thompson Tommies. This is a Region 2 baseball game here in terms of the region standings, which there's still a lot of baseball in Region 2 to be played to figure out the seeds. And this one goes, and that one might hit up just foul of the right field line, getting close to that goalpost. But, yeah, you talk about, the nice swing there by Irie and able to get it, and then all of a sudden you're a catcher. Hey, I'll take the bottom half of my unit off if I can come up here and try to add on to the damage here for the Raiders. Hayden Hushka, the senior catcher, now falls behind 0-2 in the count, and he will strike out, but not before the Raiders score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning with a new score. It's Maple River 1. The Thompson Tommies coming to the bat. That's coming up next on your live event.
Do a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland. First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online firststatebanks.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Going to the bottom of the first inning, the Thompson Tommies trail the Maple River Raiders 1-0 on your Chris Moan Agency Nodak Insurance Company scoreboard. Thompson, top of the order, Connor Welsh, the senior shortstop, Thomas Schumacher, the freshman second baseman, and Tyler Cunningham, the senior third baseman. The top of the order here for the Thompson Tommies. Little history between these two teams. Thompson, state titles in 83, 85, 99, 05, 16. Thompson would say we would have some more if it wasn't for Park River, Fordville, Lincoln as well in recent years. Those were some really good games, both at Legion and also Class B baseball here in the state. The Tommies, 23 state tournament appearances. On the opposite side for Maple River, Hope and Page made state in 98, 99, 02, 03, and 07. Then you look at Hope by themselves in 53, 55, and 56, and Page in 58 and 60, but no state titles between those particular programs co-op in terms of together.
You and I talked about on the way up here where we talk about just the strength of the Legion programs in North Dakota, but just the strength of baseball in North Dakota as a whole. I've talked about this with a lot of people, how baseball just has some interesting roots, especially across the upper Midwest and the Plains. I think because it was a game that meant a lot to a lot of people and everybody could play it. I mean, I like to think that it's the game other than rodeo that Cowboys will play too, you know?
A little bit there on top of it.
I think.
Here's the pitch by Cody Reamer coming on to Welsh. Welsh will tank outside for a ball here for the senior shortstop. So Reamer on the mound here with Hushka behind the plate for the Raiders. Raiders spelled out in that white cursive in front of the jersey and the pitch. That one missing up, now 2-0. Calvin Santrum in third, his brother Liam at short. That was at second, Davis at first here in the infield for the Raiders. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Connor. That one out of the zone now 3-0. Irie in left, Dylan Reamer in center, and Erickson in right. The outfield left to right here for the Raiders.
As you can tell, the mound is artificial, and that makes it nice to be able to come play on wet days.
3-0 pitch will miss out of the zone, so a 4-pitch walk, and the opening batter here for the Thompson Tommies gets aboard against Cody Reamer, and this is something for Maple River just in terms of not getting a lot of games in. This is just contest number 5, so for them trying to just get a little bit more of a feel. Thompson, a very quality club. Them, Hillsborough, Central Valley, Kindred, Richland, Northern Cass were some of the teams he took away from that Interland Baseball Invitational that said, hey, those 4 have a chance to make some noise in their respective region. And Welsh, first pitch, goes down to second without a throw, stolen base, and that's a great jump there by the senior to get into scoring position.
Yeah, they're going to have to watch him at second because now they know he's got the speed, and he was way ahead of that pitch, so he was going to make it to second just fine. Catcher knew that too.
Schumacher didn't even swing on that one. Now behind the count, 0-1. And that one will miss on the inner part of the plate at 1-1. Schumacher, the second base freshman here for the Tommies, followed by Tyler Cunningham, the senior third baseman, due up next. So runner at second. 1-1 pitch on the way here by Reamer. Looks back the runner and the pitch. That one missing on the outer part now. 2 balls into 1 strike. And curious thing, too, for, difference with Class B with baseball and softball. Baseball, it's 8 regions, so you have to win your region tournament to get to Newman Outdoor Field in June. Here's the 2-1 offering. This one foul back, and they'll make it 2-2. In softball, used to have kind of the Northeast, Southeast. They would get together, make one big tournament on the East, one big tournament in the West. Now there's 4 respective regions, so you got to get to your championship game for a good chunk of regions. If you do that, then you're heading to state. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Cody. That one is hit in the air. That could smell trouble to the left fielder. Irie trying to cut it off, and he does. Irie gets into the gap. There's a lot of room in left field, and Irie does a really nice job to get the first out here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, good job by the Raiders there, following the ball. And like you say, there's a lot of space. There's a lot of outfield to this field here, Chase. So you got to be in a good position. We saw the Tommy struggle with that at the top of this inning. And so now they see the Raiders.
And Reamer's going to have a balk here. Gareth Hansen, part of the umpiring crew, will call the balk. And kind of Connor Welsh was saying, hey, you didn't look at me for about 5 pitches too terribly over at second. So Welsh got a really good lead, kind of crow hop there. And by the time Cody Reamer looked over, has the box. So now runner 90 feet away from home. So Welsh a walk, a stolen base, and a balk so far here in this first inning. Gets to third. Cunningham at the plate. Takes outside for a ball. That will be now 1-0. So that means a wild pitch would be next to get Walsh in, right? If you go from the walk, the stolen base, the balk, and either a pass ball or a wild pitch if you're going to play the small ball here for the Tommies. 1-0 offering from Reamer. Oh, good swing by Cunningham, but missed. The senior third baseman here now will have a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Cunningham wants all of that ball, not just a piece, that's for sure.
Thompson's done a really nice job this year when you take a look at the scoring in terms of getting runs across and getting runs early. Cunningham hits one in the air. Irie's going to get onto that one, makes the glove catch. Here's the relay throw, and it's not going to be in time. It's a line drive sacrifice fly, but it does the trick as the Thompson Tommies have now tied things up at 1 apiece.
Good position on that ball, and just happened to be that there's a left fielder there. Hey, great speed by Walsh, as we were talking about, just the entire time, making it all the way to third, and he knew he had that. He just had to sit and wait for that to be caught.
As Berberich will go up against the opposing pitcher here. Reese takes a ball on the glove of Hushka, now 1-0. If Reese is able to get him board, Odenbach will be coming up next here for the Thompson Tommies. So both teams strike early in the top of their lineup. Maple River did it with the 3-4 batters with the Irie RBI single after a pair of 2-out hits. Here's the 1-0 offering. In there for a strike. Good part of the plate as well. On the opposite side here for the Thompson Tommies, a leadoff walk. It always comes back and haunts you in baseball. You kind of talk about that leadoff walk, and after that stolen base and the balk there, Walsh was able to get home from third. 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground, and that's going to be through for a base knock here. It splits the Statrum brothers. Rounding over first is going to be Berberich as he's in there for the second, make that the first hit, but the second base runner here of the contest for the Tommies.
Interesting thing here, too, is I haven't seen a field like this in a while, Chase, where the baselines are grass.
Yeah.
And you have your infield is dirt, but not a typical diamond.
Yeah, well, again, when you have baseball, when you have football, and you have not soccer, that's the one thing here. The runner is running from first here. Berberich is going to be easily down to second base. So the early tell right now with Cody Reamer in terms of trying to keep runners close at first. It's been one pitch to the batter. Welsh took second, and now Reese takes second as well as he's in scoring position. So Odenbach works ahead in the count for the senior first baseman and the pitch. Good rip there by Odenbach. Now it's 1-1. If you missed any of our game coverage here on Your Live Event, go to yourliveevent.com or search Your Live Event on YouTube. You could watch it on demand. Was a softball earlier today fair or foul for a home run? Was there a fair foul down the left or right field line here in baseball? You can check it out all again on Your Live Event. Here's the 1-1 offering from Reamer as he looks back, the runner at second, and the pitch. That one going to be an elevated strike. Now 1-2. If Odenbach's able to get aboard, the line will keep moving to the senior designated hitter in Strandy. Chase Miller, Leaf Bakken with you here in Thompson. Postseason officially gets underway in North Dakota tomorrow, at least in Region 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Reamer. That one down in the zone, fouled off, and we'll do 1-2 all over again. Thompson, a team that we mentioned earlier, they can put a lot of runs across. 11 in their win against HCV on Saturday, 12-2 against Hatton Northwood, and 10-rip against the Thunder as well recently. Here's the pitch. This one is hit in the air. Will it stay up long enough for Erickson to camp out underneath it? It does, and that'll retire the side. So a fly out to the right fielder, but not before the Thompson Tommies score 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on base. 1 complete here in Thompson. We're tied at 1 with the Raiders coming to bat.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
To the top of the second inning, it's the Raiders 1 and the Thompson Tommies 1. Talking about Thompson, I mean, this season, the least amount of runs they scored, 2-1 way back on April the 8th. Yes, they actually did play some baseball games, but that was out of the region against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion. And then a 6-5 win against Hillsborough Central Valley. The most runs they've given up this season has been 5 against Grand Forks Central and also the Burrows in a 6-5 loss. So talk about pitching. You talked about good defense and good timely hitting there. That can make for everything as Satcham falls behind in the count quickly. No balls and 2 strikes here. So Calvin Satcham, Jace Erickson, and Carson Doze, the 6, 7, and 8 batters here for the Raiders. Berberich on the mound for his second inning of work, and now with back-to-back strikeouts here, strikeout swinging as well, 1 down in the top of the second.
I thought he got a piece of that, and catcher still caught it, so all is well behind the plate.
Wolfgram that still counts as a strikeout. So 3 pitches, 1 out. Swung on and missed here by Jace Erickson, the sophomore right fielder, now 0-1. Going back to Maple River here, the first year of this co-op in baseball as well. Now 0-2 as Berberich has found the zone 5 straight times here. Got 3 pitches for a strikeout with Santrum trying to do the same thing here to Jace. That one misses the dirt low, now 1-2. Larry Fontaine from that Hope Page School District. Alec Hoffman from the Maple Valley portion. 1-2 pitch. That one missing at the letters, and 2-2. Maple River, their final games all against Region 2 competition. The same thing for Thompson here this week. This one is popped up and out of play, playable. Just watch out if it splits the cars, and it does.
That's why I didn't park your car over there.
I was just going to ask, where did you park, Leaf? Because I might need some hail insurance. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and miss, and 3 straight punch-outs now for Berberich here in the circle.
Great pitching there. Like you said, he went 5 straight before he threw that low ball, but he's got a good eye. He's got his arm worked out in the right spot. He knows what he's doing.
2 outs here on the bottom of the lineup against Maple River. Taking a strike, there's Carson Dowes, the sophomore first baseman. Carson Davis with Caleb Dowes due up next. This one is going to be slow hopper to Schumacher in second. Fields fires over the first for 3 on the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning here in Thompson. It's the Tommies trying to get their first lead of the contest. When we come back here on your live event.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
To the bottom of the second inning here, we'd like to thank Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance Company, for our scoreboard sponsor, serving Thompson and surrounding community areas. Talk with Chris for your insurance today at 701-757-1613. That's 757-1613. Chris Moe, Nodak Insurance Company, providing our scoreboard sponsor here throughout the spring season in Thompson. Also would like for fans out there wondering, yes, we'll be here in the fall for Thompson, and yes, we'll be there in Hope Page and Tower City for the Maple River School District as well. Your live event across the Red River Valley. Crazy to think it's May and it's the 16th. So you go to June, July, August, which means 9-man football is not too far away.
That's right.
In the state of North Dakota, and everyone's going, pipe down, we haven't had a summer yet.
I had that conversation with a couple of people about volleyball, because I had the opportunity to do Holly volleyball, and they did well last year going to state, winning third. And hey, they were like, we're only a few months away from that. And I was like, oh my goodness, you're right.
It's not too far away when you think about it. Graduations here around the corner. Colleges getting wrapped up and done in terms of their finals week and their graduations. And now we're getting ready here for high school as well. State track and field meet is already next Thursday through Saturday in Bismarck. And then the State B baseball tournament the first weekend at Newman Outdoor Field. Coming up here for Thompson, you have the bottom of the order here with Ryan Strandy, Wolfgram Overby, and then Gibson, the number 9 batter, are the scheduled hitters here. As Ryan takes the ball, the senior designated hitter for the Tommies, as Cody Reamer is on for his second inning of work here for Maple River, and the pitch. This one will run in, and that's the main reason why you wear that little elbow pad right there, is wearing one is going to be Ryan, as the entire dugout kind of went, oh, and then started pointing at that particular elbow, and Ryan will take 2 pitches, and he'll collect 90 feet here and gets to first.
Coach is checking it out at first just to see if there is any mark. I mean, you wear the protective gear, Chase, but it still hurts when you get hit. Yeah. In the helmet, in the arm pad, in the shin pad, whatever it is.
That's why you're the designated hitter. You can have that one a little bit in between time. But right now, at first, Wolfgram comes up here, and Brennan takes the ball for the sophomore catcher. Cody Reamer, after a walk to Connor Welsh, had a couple of line drive outs to Irie to get 2 outs, but that allowed Connor to scamper in from third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. I'll miss out of the zone now, 2-0. Region 2, you just kind of take a look. A little bit different in baseball than maybe some other sports, with some teams that make their way in. Maple River in Region 1 for volleyball, basketball, and company. Region 2 here for baseball. That one in there for a strike, now 2-1.
Shakes his head, agrees, down the top of the zone.
Class B, we'll get to some of the state championships here in a moment as well in recent history. And Class B, here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is hit in the air to center. Dylan Reamer take a couple of steps, able to glove it for 1 down now here in the bottom of the second inning. Strandy stays put at first. Drew Overby due up next. The sophomore left fielder batting 8th.
It's kind of interesting, just from my perspective, Chase, to go from those softball games to come over to baseball. Just, again, the way the ball flies and comes off the bat differently. Again, you go from 60 to 90 feet. There's a few things that my brain is having trouble to figure out right now.
The runner from first is going in Strandy. Here's the throw down, and Strandy's in there with a sliding stolen base. So you get plunked, and then you get the stolen base. That is going to be stolen base number 3 here for the Tommies.
Great job, good hustle. Slid in.
And the one thing, again, with Cody Reamer, we haven't seen him make the throw down to first. So if there's no throw coming as a runner, it doesn't matter how fast or slow or anything of that nature. Like John Lester in Major League Baseball, he never wanted to throw over. He never did. So his pickoff move would be literally taking his left foot off the mound and try to keep the runner there. And some runners would stare at him right back going, I know you're not throwing. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will get by. It'll be a wild pitch. That'll allow Strandy now to get to third base here with one out. Thompson just did the small things in the first inning to get a run, and now with the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Drew Overby. Overby just needs to put something in play here. The corner infielders will play almost even with the bag. If this one does get by the catcher, looks like Maple River will give the run. Here's the 1-2 pitch popped up, and will it be playable? No, and we'll do it all over again.
He knew when he swung on that it was a little high. Shake his head, shake it off.
Langdon area Edmore Munich a season ago won the state title in Jamestown at Jack Brown Stadium 9-1. COVID year 2020. Obviously no spring sports, no tournaments there. And Park River, Fordville, Lincoln, and Thompson played in some really good baseball games, but it was Park River, Fordville, Lincoln who came out on top. This one is hit to Irie. Irie's been busy in left, gets the glove. Here's the relay throw, not in. And Irie with a one-hopper. Good decision by Strandy to stay put. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. I tell you what, we've seen Irie make some really nice plays out in left field so far, and shows off the gun as well to keep the runner Strandy at third.
He has the most territory to cover there in left field. Center has kind of got this weird look to it, and right field is a little bit more narrow. But don't get me wrong, outfielders have a tough job.
Gibson now the number 9 batter takes up for a ball 1-0. If Gibson can get a board, then you have Connor, the number 1 batter, due up next to flip the lineup here. Thompson, their last state title in 2016, a 1-run win over the Beulah Miners. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way by Reamer. That one in there for a strike, now 1-1. And then, yeah, an 8-4 loss against Park River, Fordville, Lincoln, an 8-inning extra inning loss against the Aggies, then 9-8 in 2019. I mean, there are some good baseball games and some really good players from those particular programs. Here's the pitch. That one going to be missing. Now 2-1. Caden Schwabe hit a triple against the Miami Hurricanes last weekend for NDSU. And that's the one thing, Leaf, you were talking about earlier about just seeing baseball players moving on and the quality of baseball. We've seen that at North Dakota State, too, in terms of their recent success. 2-1 pitch, going to miss out 3-1. It's North Dakota kids. I mean, you have Feeney from Bismarck Century. I mentioned about Schwabe here in Thompson. I mean, you look at the roster a few years ago, maybe it was a handful, but now up and down the Red River Valley producing some Division I products.
Well, and don't forget, Grand Forks had a good program for a long time before that got cut.
3-1 pitch will miss out of the zone. So a 5-pitch walk here for Gibson. Third walk, you have 2 walks and a hit batsman here in the top of the order. Comes up with runners at the corners here with Connor Welsh. Welsh with a walk his last time up and came in on the sacrifice fly by Tyler Cunningham. And can the Thompson Tommies work a little 2-out magic here in the bottom of the second inning, trying to get their first lead of the contest? Thompson, Maple River here in Region 2, going to be a busy week for both teams, which also means for the coaches, how do you throw guys out there? And there was a bluff at a pickoff to the first in Gibson. And you throw so many pitches in baseball, that means you have X amount of time in between the next time you can pitch, or be a starter, so to speak. So that's what makes tournaments so difficult sometimes with teams that have the ace, but after that. And the runner going to go from first here is Gibson, and they'll just throw it back to Cody Reamer. There does Hushka. So now runners in scoring position with the 0-1 pitch upcoming.
Good takeoff, and like you said, Reamer, I think, maybe knows how to bluff, but he might not be able to throw over to that first bag.
Here's the 0-1 pitch by Reamer. That one in there for a strike, and now Cody Reamer one good pitch away from getting out of a little sticky situation here in the bottom of the second inning. Thompson 1, Maple River 1 right now for the Raiders. In the top half of the third inning, they would send their 8, 9, and 1 batters to the plate. Righty versus righty, and the pitch to Welsh. This one is hit in the air. The center fielder coming hard in for it is Dylan Reamer. Camps underneath, and that'll retire the side. A fly out to finish the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. 2 complete here in Thompson. It's a 1-1 contest. We go to the top of the third with Maple River trying to regain the lead here on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
To the top of the third inning we go. Maple River Thompson, the 9-1 and 2 batters due up here for the Raiders in the order. Bluffing to bunt, and actually bunting one is going to be Dowse, and that's going to be fielded cleanly by the pitcher, Reese Berberich. If that one was more up the first or third base line, would have been trouble, but one pitch, one out here quickly in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, on the bunts, you want to put them down the line. That one just right to the mound. So just got to angle that bat a little bit more, put them down. And again, with this being a grass infield, if you can put it in the dirt, it runs into that grass, it's going to slow way down. So you have the catcher there.
Dylan Reamer will take inside for a ball now, 1-0. Reamer on one pitch, grounded out to the third baseman, Cunningham, to start the game off at 7 o'clock. Here in Thompson, here's the 1-0 offering. Swung on. That'll be now 1-1. Game right now, half hour old to the top of the third. 7 innings of scheduled baseball again in Region 2. Here's the 1-1 pitch, foul back, 1 and 2 upcoming. Then Cody Reamer is due up next. Maple River, if you're just joining us, scored in the top of the first inning. They did it via the 2-out variety. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missing, strikeout number 4 now for Reese Berberich here on the mound for the Tommies. Maple River got a 2-out double by Liam Satcham, then Grant Irie with an inside-out swing up the right field line, able to plate the runner from second in Satcham. That's how they got their one run. That one in there for a strike. Now 0-1 to Reamer, who grounded out to the shortstop, Welsh. Cunningham had the sacrifice fly, which brought in Welsh for Thompson in the bottom of the first. That one will miss in, now 1-1.
Heard a little bit of the conversation coming away from the plate. Reamer was saying that Berberich's curveball was what got him there.
1-1 offering here. Fastball missing at the eyes. Now 2-1 go from softball, where you talk about rise balls, cutters, something a little bit different. Baseball, you got the curve coming at you. 2-1 pitch. That'll miss. Now 3-1. It's an opportunity here for the Raiders. Next ball, maybe get a 2-out rally going yet again. 3-1 pitch. Trying to take a ball was going to be Reamer, but instead takes a strike. Good pitch there by Reese as well. If that was swung on, couldn't do too much with that one. Here's the payoff pitch. Strike 3 looking, and punch out number 5 now for Reese Berberich on the mound. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 2 1/3 innings complete here in Thompson. Going to the bottom of the third. We're tied at 1.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders. As they compete both on and off the field and on the court, you put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish your goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience that you can trust to get the job done with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, contact Triple E Incorporated, 701-668-2258, or stop by the office in Page. Make your next project a winner with a team from Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Going to the bottom of the third inning here in Thompson, tied at 1. 2, 3, 4 batters due up. Schumacher, Cunningham, and Berberich here for the Thompson Tommies. A reminder coming up on our post-game show, we'll get to our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. Hey, Leaf, I can actually say this, Reed, now that you're planting, maybe for some, not everyone, but you and I saw some farmers get in the fields here earlier this morning and afternoon on our drive up to Thompson.
Yeah, and it's good to see. A lot of guys have been antsy, and I talked to some producers who'd said they were going to be willing to plant some tractors, but those don't grow as well as the crops, so it's good to see that there's been some drying. I know the further north you go, it's not as suitable, but down here in the middle range of the Red River Valley, looks like guys are going. There's even some dust flying behind some of these tractors.
And the softball girls who split against Central Cass and Kidd Richland, part of the contingent here in Thompson after you go from a softball game that you played 2 of them. Now to baseball. Two really good games as well for Matt Chandler's club against two really good teams. A comeback win over Kindred Richland, a game that Central Cass kind of played that card against them on the opposite end in game number 2, if you call both of them. But for Matt Chandler, I think if you would say you played a pair of one-run games and at least split, yeah, you'd like to get both. But in terms of how they played, can't be too disappointed here against two quality programs.
No, I don't think so. And I think if I'd have talked to him, I should have had a word with him before I took off from down there to come up here. But I think he was pretty happy, especially with that first game. You can't be upset with the second game, really. But as mentioned, both he and Coach Koss for Central Cass talking about some of the mental parts of the game that have to be straightened out before tournament time.
Thomas Schumacher comes up here and takes a ball. Cody Reamer on so far 2 innings of work, 1 hit against him. 1 run, 3 walks, and no strikeouts here for Reamer on the mound. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss. Now 2-0 for Maple River, their 1 win this season. Now that came against Harvey Wells County in the Enderlin Baseball Invite, 12-2. Here's the 2-0 offering. That one's foul back, out of play. Now 2-1. Harvey Wells County making the trek down to Enderlin. That's a nice little jaunt. And they had the late game on Friday Night Leaf. We didn't get out of there till nearly midnight in terms of day number 1. Then they come back and play a 9 a.m. and then a 10:30 game the very next day there for the Hornets. Here's the 2-1 pitch by Reamer. This one is scolded to right center field. It might split the gap there. Schumacher rounds first on his way to second. Here comes the throw by Dylan Reamer, and sliding in with a leadoff double and a little salsa on the side is Thomas Schumacher.
Nice position on that hit. He's going to call time and ask to go take care of some gear with his coach before he returns to second. But good spot. And, again, with the way the field is kind of set up here, either gap. Those guys are playing pretty far deep, and the left and right fielders, center fielder has the second most amount to cover tonight.
Tyler Cunningham with a sacrifice fly his last time up. Now a leadoff double here for the Tommies, and Reamer looks back the runner at second base. So Thomas Schumacher, 4th pitch of the at-bat, hits one to right center field. Nice job by Dylan Reamer cutting it off, but still the speedy Schumacher able to get a leadoff double here, and Thompson looks for their first lead so far of this late afternoon, or I guess we can say now it's the evening, 7:30. Here's one hit in the air. And that one's going to go to the right fielder, Erickson. Erickson's going to glove it. The runner trying to tag up from second is Schumacher, and he's going to get into third. So Thompson's been doing a lot of the little things right now when they've been at the plate, and now they get another runner for the 3rd straight time here in the innings at third base.
Great job. Again, as you said, they're doing the little things that I don't think a lot of high school teams think about, and some coaches don't coach because maybe they don't have the experience on the team. The Tommies have the experience. They know what they're doing out here.
So Reese will step up here, a single with a stolen base. This one going to miss outside for a ball, and the other thing, too, with 1 out, just another different variation of ways to score here for Thompson. Thompson, a couple of walks, a hit batter, a couple of singles, and that's been about it. Everything's been 90 feet, and gets out of the double right there. That one will miss in. Now 2-0 here to Berberich. Reese has a chance to help himself out. Playing close with the runner at third is Calvin Satcham, trying to keep him fairly close, or as much as possible, as Reamer bluffs the throw over to third. We've already seen one balk today here by the Raider pitcher. At first base is Davis. Second, Doze, and Liam Satcham again at short here for the infield. 2-0 pitch. This one is hit in the air right to Irie in left, who sees the one hopper. Irie throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single here for Reese Berberich, and the Thompson Tommies take their first lead of the evening at 2-1.
Another good, well-hit ball, and Irie, I think he could have been under it, but he must have lost it or something up in the air. He didn't quite have the lead up to it. It bounced right in front of him. Way to get it in quick, but fast guys for this Tommies team, as we've talked about already.
Yeah, that's one, too, where if you're Irie, you'll give up the run. You don't want to allow the runner. And now, well, it's not going to matter anyway. He's trying to get back on a pick play, going from first to second at least. Here is Berberich, and now they're just going to run the ball back into the pitcher and Cody Reamer. So, pass ball there by the pitcher, and that'll go 60, make that 90 more feet here for Reese, as he's going to be in scoring position. I was going to say, what we just saw there. Irie takes the better play, keep the ball in the play in front of you. Don't make a chance at it. Now, if it was the bottom of the 7th inning, you might take a chance at it, try to get that Superman layout. Here's the pitch by Reamer. That one's going to miss for a ball. Kyle Odenbach flew out to the right fielder Erickson to end the first inning. 0 for 1 so far on the day for the number 5 batter here in the Thompson Tommy lineup. 1-0 offering on the way from Cody, and the pitch. That one will miss. Now 2-0. Back to some of the state titles we were talking about earlier. Thompson's been there. This region has seen a lot of really good portion of baseball. Langdon area, Emor Munich with the Romfo brothers. This one is fouled, and that'll be out of play over us for now a 2-1 pitch. And as we mentioned, too, Leaf, different regions here for baseball where some teams you just automatically know what region they're in. Region 2 makes up Mayport, CG, Thompson, HCV, Maple River, Hatton Northwood, and Larimore. But then you go to Region 4 and you see some teams that normally would be in Region 2 for all other sports. That one's going to miss out of the zone 3-1. Langdon area, Emor Munich, Park River area, Grafton, Pembina County North, and Midway Minto.
So they split the top of the region out.
Pretty much to get to 8 here for Class B baseball. Here's a 3-1 pitch by Reamer. That one will miss, and walk number 4. And the runner from second, Reese Berberich, was about a good 15, 20 feet off the bag here, and the catcher, Hushka, threw it down to Calvin Santrum just to make sure. So now runners will be at first and second.
Smart play by the catcher there. Throw over to third, keep your guy in check, and, well, of course, hope that Tommy player is going to screw up.
And that's the one thing sometimes. Mental miscues can cost you a game, just like the little things here. And here comes a lefty. Ryan Strandy was hit by a pitch right on his right elbow his last time up, and the pitch from Reamer. This one missing out of the zone, and Reamer now being a little bit wild here the second time through the lineup. Walk, giving up a double so far this inning to Schumacher, who came in to score. A single by Reese Berberich, a walk by Odenbach, and now Strandy at the plate works with a 1-0 count. Reamer and the pitch. This one at the knee, but low, now 2-0.
I think what I've noticed so far, only a couple of left-handed batters for Thompson, but Strandy also utilizing as much of the box in the backside as he can.
2 balls, no strikes here, and Reamer's got to challenge an awfully good hitter here, the senior designated hitter. We'll see where he goes in the zone. Looks back to runner at second, and the pitch. That one will miss, now 3-0. So situation where we'll see if Nate Solis gives the green light on the way here to Ryan, or if he says, hey, you know what, take all the way, try to load the bases up here with 1 out, and Thompson trying to put up a crooked number here in the bottom of the third. That will be a 4-pitch walk, so 9 pitches. 8 of them have been via the ball, and now it's the walk number 5, and Alex Hoffman will come out and have a conference call. Runner at third is Berberich. Runner at second is going to be Odenbach, and then at first base is Strandy with Wolfgram coming up with bases loaded here for the Thompson Tommies. This allows us to let you know, go to yourliveevent.com. That's yourliveevent.com for upcoming action of high school sports up and down the Red River Valley, from softball to baseball. And yes, the Northeast Track and Field meet on Friday, all on Your Live Event tomorrow. HCV at Thompson for softball. That's a 4 o'clock start here on Your Live Event. And then I'll be in Enderlin for the Region 1 baseball playing match between Hankinson, Fairmount, Rossolt, Campbell, Tinta, Lidgerwood. That co-op against the Enderlin Eagles at 5 o'clock. It's going to be a busy time of the season here, Leaf, coming up. It'll feel like a little February and March in the next week and a half here up and down the valley.
No kidding. It'll get really busy, especially with all the moving around. Everything happened with all the wet weather, but we'll get her done.
Wolfgram steps up here, and that one's going to miss out of the zone, now 1-0.
I do want to note that we've seen Reamer, I feel like a lot of his pitches, there's been a couple of wild ones that the catcher's been able to keep in front of him, but quite a few of them have been right around. He's been very close to the zone.
A 1-0 offering on the way by Reamer. That one will miss outside, now 2-0. And it's fine if you're nibbling and they're swinging, but Thompson's not swinging. They are taking the pitch. They're looking for what they're trying to drive home somewhere. And we've seen some good hits, just a lot of them been to the left fielder and Irie so far here today. 2 balls, no strikes to Wolfgram. And the pitch. That'll miss, and Braden will also say, hey, I'll take one more ball for a walk. I'll get the RBI coming in terms of the box scoring for Thompson as well, just trying to move the lineup through the order right now. So far, this is the sixth batter to the plate here in the bottom of the third inning. 3-0 pitch. That'll miss out of the zone, and that'll be walk number 3 in a row here, the 6th of the evening. And for the Thompson Tommies, now they will have their third run of the contest coming in.
In this situation, you just got to take a deep breath, and as I say that, we're going to see Coach come in and have a word with his infield.
So Wolfgram with the RBI walk coming in to score is going to be Reese Berberich, and we'll see if we get a new pitcher coming on here and just maybe getting a little tired in terms of the right arm there is Cody Reamer, and it is. We'll come back after this, let you know who the new pitcher is for the Raiders. Bases loaded, bottom of the third here on your live event.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online firststatebanks.com.
Hello, Shane with Irie Insurance. We are proud to announce our Benefits Connect platform. You will have more options with Irie Insurance Benefits Connect. You have choices. Do you know who your group agent is? Do you meet annually to review benefits? Would you like to save money? Would you like more benefits? You have choices. We take a different approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com.
To the bottom of the third inning we go. New pitcher coming in from second base will be Dowse here. Caleb, the sophomore, will come on with bases loaded. So Cody Reamer goes 2 1/3 innings. Gives up 2 hits, so far 3 runs, but everyone on base. He is counted for 6 walks and no strikeouts, and the pitcher will go behind the plate now. So Reamer goes behind the plate. The former catcher, Hushka, now goes to second, and the second baseman, Dowles, will come in and pitch here for the Maple River Raiders. Right now, Thompson 2 runs across so far here in the bottom of the third inning. Schumacher, a double with a run scored. Berberich with a walk and a run scored. Then 3 straight walks to Odenbach, Strandy, and Wolfgram, as Drew Overby is slated to come up next here for the Thompson Tommies. And after that, it's Brody Gibson. So Thompson very patient. I know you're talking about it, Leaf, that, hey, you know, Reamer's kind of nibbling. But again, you can nibble all you want, but if they're not going to chase, it's just going to have to find the zone. And Thompson did a really good job of not forcing the issue. And now they're 1 hit away from really putting a big crooked number and getting this lead expanded here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, I think that the Tommies figured out early on what the umpire strike zone is. Unfortunately, Reamer couldn't, and he wasn't getting any slack from the plate. So here we go.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike to Overby, who flew out to Irie his last time up in the second. No balls, 1 strike, bases full. Odenbach at third, Strandy at second, and Wolfgram at first. Here's the pitch out of the zone, and 1-1. Then you have Gibson next. So batter number 7 so far here for the Tommies in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch. That'll miss outside. Now 2-1. Thompson, after tonight, their next contest, a Region 2 game at Grafton, scheduled tomorrow at 4:30. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one will one-hop the catcher, and coming in from third base is going to be Odenbach, and everybody scampers up 90 feet. So we have a new score, the Thompson Tommies 4 and Maple River 1. Wild pitch on that one will allow Kyle to come in to score. Strandy now at third and Wolfgram at second.
Don't forget that next game for the Tommies is not a Region 2 matchup.
Against Grafton, yep. So used to saying Grafton Region 2 for all the other sports. Good catch there, Leaf. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That'll be a walk. So for Thompson, 4 consecutive walks here as Overbeat will take first base. And on the runner coming in to score, that'll go on Cody Reamer, and he still is on the hook for the runners at second and third respectively here. And bases are loaded again for the Thompson Tommies.
1 out on the board. Got to be careful here, and we'll see what this pitcher can do.
That one in there for a strike, and I think right now for Thompson it's pretty obvious, hey, take the ball until they can get consistently in the zone. Find a way just to keep doing the little things here, draw out this game, get some more runs. 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. Good rip there by Gibson, who walked his last time up in the second. Right now, the corner infielders playing even with the bag, respectively. Up the middle, Hushka and Liam Statrom will try to turn a double play if presented. 0-2 pitch, off speed, and that'll run in and hit him. So everybody will move up again. Now it's 5-1 Thompson. This is the old definition of a death by 1,000 paper cuts right now, as the number 9 batter to the plate, and number leadoff batter Connor Welsh will come to the dish. So that's going to be walk number 8. And for the Thompson Tommies, they now lead it 5-1. Welsh takes the strike, 0-1. The unfortunate part of that last throw to Gibson is that Doze was able to get ahead in the count, 0-2, and then just run one in and then made it the hit batter. That one will miss low, now 1-1. And then Reamer again behind the dish after starting on the mound here for Maple River. So a game which had some pace to it now is falling behind schedule. This one is hit deep and down the left field line, and that'll be foul.
Well, that was in a good spot there, Chase, but just got to straighten it out now.
Here's the pitch. I'll be missing out of the zone. That one fouled back to the net. Two balls, 2 strikes here to Connor Walsh on the pitch. That one will miss, and it's now 3-2 to the leadoff batter, Thompson. I'm going to bat around here in the third inning. And the pitch, that'll be a ball as well. And coming in to score will be Wolfgram. So Overby will take third, Gibson will take second, and Connor Welsh gets the walk. And that'll put the book and end it for Cody Reamer. So Reamer will give up 6 runs, 2 hits, 6 walks against him, as well as Dow's now has walked the bases loaded as well with a walk, a hit by pitch, and another walk as Thomas Schumacher comes up with a double and a line out his last time up. And this one is going to be a wild pitch, scampering in, sliding in safely. It's now going to be a 7-1 score. Overby will come in. Gibson takes third, and Welsh takes second. As right now the Thompson Tommies have done just a little bit of everything right here. And again, if not going to throw strikes, going to force the batters just to keep doing the little things properly and well. Here's the pitch. That one missing out of the zone. Now 2-0. First inning, Thompson drew a walk and got a sacrifice fly, which Tyler Cunningham was able to plate Connor Welsh. Scored 0 in the second. Now so far with 6 runs here in the bottom of the third inning. Be ball number 3. Talk about pitching. Doesn't matter at what level, if it's Cal Ripken, if it's Babe Ruth, or here at the high school level. It's just tough at times. 3-0 pitch, especially in a tournament setting. Once you get to a region tournament where you're going to play multiple games in multiple days potentially, to have different situations kind of present themselves and pop up as it continues to make its way through here. This one is hit on the ground. That's the third baseman, Calvin Santrum. He'll drop it, and that one going to allow the run to come in from third base. So Brody Gibson will scamper in. Staying put at second is going to be Welsh, and that's going to be a tough one there for Santrum. We're going to give him the air on that one. Had a chance, but When you field it, you glove it, you drop it. It's going to be the first error of the contest here. And now coming in, it's going to be a 8-1 game. So runner coming up here with Tyler Cunningham. Cunningham with runners at first and second now. Still one out here in the bottom of the third. And that one is going to be a a ball as well. So far here in the third, 2 hits, a double by Schumacher to open things up, then a single by Reese Berberich, which was an RBI since then. This one is hit on the ground. Another opportunity here by Satcham. Goes the short way, gets the fielder's choice there. Good play there by the third baseman, Satcham to Hushka. Cunningham's retired 5-4 on the putout. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. So as we mentioned, just 2 hits across so far, but take a look. A walk, a walk, followed by a hit batter and a walk. So you just had different places here as Berberich will step in again. Runner at first and third. That one going to be in there for a strike. Reese with a pair of singles, an RBI, and a stolen base and a run scored so far. Helped himself out, and runner goes from first. This one is hit on the ground past the third baseman. That'll be another run. Coming in to score will be Connor Welsh. The Thompson Tommies now will have runners at first and second. So Schumacher able to go to second base. Reese with another RBI here. That's going to be his second RBI. This one is hit in the air. That's deep to right center field. That one to the track, and the right fielder comes over, and he able to glove it is going to be the center fielder. Dylan Reamer and Erickson somehow avoided each other to get the out, but not before the Thompson Tommies are able to plate a couple more runs as they lead it 9-1. We go to the top of the fourth inning here on your live event.
It's the concert event of the summer in the Brainerd Lakes area. Lakes Jam, June 22nd through June 25th at Brainerd International Raceway.
R&J Broadcasting is the presenting sponsor.
Experience Lakes Jam. For rock and rollers, the main stage features Tesla, Warrants, and Hairball. For country enthusiasts, John Party, Cole Swindell, Gabby Barrett, and Mark Wills. Experience watercross, drifting, and lawnmower racing. For on-site camping, lodging, and tickets, visit lakesjam.com.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
In Grand Forks and Lakota, see Chris Moen, your agent with answers.
Go to the top of the fourth inning now. The Maple River Raiders will send 3, 4, 5 batters in Satcham, Irie, and Hushka. 1-1 is the count here to Satcham, who's got a double with a run scored back in the first inning. On the mound now is going to be Schumacher here. This one is going to be fouled up the third base line, and we'll make it now 1-2. As going over to second base will be Overby. So at first is Odenbach. Overby is at second. Welsh at short, and Cunningham at third here for the Tommies. Overby in left, Gibson in center, and O'Hearn in right. This one is hit on the ground. Welsh playable. The shortstop fires and throws 6-3 on the putout. Now 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. So Thompson Tommies trying to get up to that 10-run rule, and if it's a 10 or more run lead again after 4.5. If Maple River scores 0 here, Thompson scores 2 in the bottom half of the 4th, respectively, and Maple River held scoreless. It would be a 5-inning game instead of a 7-inning contest here. This one is in there for a strike to Grant Irie. Irie with an RBI single his last time up in the 1st inning. Infield, inside-out swing up to the right field side. This one is going to be a ball. Now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here, and the pitch. That one missing, now 2-1. High school baseball again on your live event. 2-1 on the way here with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. This one is going to be hit and playable for the second baseman, Overby. Overby comes over for the glove for the pop out. Now 2 down quickly here in the top of the 4th inning. Hayden Hushka due up next. Hushka struck out his last time out in the 1st inning. So the line is done for Reese Berberich. He'll go 3 innings, give up 1 hit, no walks, and 5 strikeouts here as coming on to pitch again. It's Schumacher for the Thompson Tommies. That one going to miss for a ball, now 2-0. Last half inning, the Thompson Tommies able to score 8 runs on 3 hits. Had a handful of walks, 2 runners left on base and an error. Be 3-0 now to Hayden Hushka, who struck out his last time up. Calvin Santrum is due up next if Hushka can get aboard. And the pitch. That one going to miss for a ball, so it's a 4-pitch walk here for Hushka. First walk of the afternoon in relief for Schumacher, and now Calvin Santrum will step up with a strikeout his last time up in the 2nd inning. So 2 outs now, top of the 4th inning. Runner at first, and Santrum will step in, righty versus righty, swung on and missed, give it a good rip. Santrum strung out on 3 pitches back in the 2nd, part of 5 strikeouts for Berberich. And the 0-1 offering. That one missing, now 1-1. 9-1 your score, Thompson over Maple River. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Game that was tied at 1 apiece going to the bottom of the 3rd. Then always talk about trying to hang a crooked number up. That's what Thompson did with 8 runs in the 3rd inning. And they really did it just being patient at the plate, taking walks, and moving the line up another 90 feet. And that one in there for a strike. Now 1-2 to Santrum. Here's the 1-2 pitch upcoming. That one missing for a ball, now 2-2. Runner at first base is Hushkin being held on there by Odenbach. Schumacher. This one is going to be fouled, as was fouled right at the plate, and we'll have the 2-2 offering all over again.
Good job by the ump there. Stop that play right away.
Wolfgram behind the plate. We'll just walk it back up to the pitcher here in Schumacher. And for the Thompson Tommies, just looking to get 4 more outs, try to score 2 runs in the bottom half of the 4th, and then they can get that mercy rule here in Thompson. Strike 3, swinging, and that'll retire the side. So for Schumacher, he gives up the walk, but he gets a strikeout as well. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 3.5 complete from Thompson. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Tommies up by 8.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland. First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online, firststatebanks.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Go to the bottom of the fourth inning here, Region 2 baseball. The Thompson Tommies 9, the Maple River Raiders 1 here, bottom of the fourth inning. And Thompson 1 run in the first, 8 runs in the third for Maple River, 1 in the first, scoreless since here for the Raiders. The Raiders, in terms of their box score so far, run 1 on 1 hit. They have 2 runners left on base, and they have committed an error as well. For the Thompson Tommies, they've scored 9 runs off of 4 hits so far here for Thompson. They have no errors and 5 runners left on base here for the Tommies. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning for Thompson. Strandy, Wolfgram, and Overby are due up next here with an 8-run advantage in Thompson, as the sun is starting to set in the western sky here, as everything's slowly but surely being shaded here on the infield. And the pitch. This one going to be in there for a strike now, 0-1. Strandy was hit by a pitch in the second, walked with a run scored in the third. And the pitch. This one is popped up, playable. We'll see who calls it here in the infield. The third baseman, Calvin Santrum, will glove it. 2 pitches and 1 out quickly here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Well, that might be the boost that they need here, Chase, just to get a little oomph in their step and get the pitcher rolling.
It's been crazy too, Leaf. You know, you take a look at these teams. Maple River, just their 5th game of the season. Thompson, this is already number 13, and yeah, you can play wiffle ball so much and try to get outside so much and try to, make it fun for you. But until you see live pitching and play on the dirt, this one is hit in the air, and that one's going to be deep. Irie gets on his horse, able to get back and then come in a couple of feet. Irie's been kept busy in left field tonight. 2 down quickly here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Good job doing his job. First step was back, put his glove up, used it as a satellite just to kind of pick up where that ball was, made his way in, and did a good job fielding.
Overby with a walk and a run scored in the third, flew out to Irie in the second. Thompson so far 9 walks across. There's 0 strikeouts, just off of 4 hits as well. That one in there for a strike. Cody Reamer was 2 1/3 innings so far here, an inning and a third for Caleb on the mound. The pitch blocked by Reamer, now catching. Now it'll be 1-1. Region 2 baseball tournament begins Tuesday in Mayville at Mayville State. 1-1 pitch. That'll be Tuesday of next week. This one is hit in the air, and that one's going to be diving down for a 2-out single here for Drew Overby.
Good placement on that ball, shallow center field. Forced him to come in. I feel like Dylan Reamer could have maybe come up on that ball a little bit faster and harder to make the play quicker. It doesn't matter, single either way, but got to secure him at the first base.
Brody Gibson will be at first. The walk in the second was hit by a pitch and scored in the third. Runner at first base is Overby, and there's a fake on the throw over. I've seen 1 balk call so far here today on the Maple River pitching. So Thompson looking for a little 2-out rally here. This one is hit on the ground past the third baseman for a C&I single. Overby will go to second. Brody Gibson gets to first, and Gibson is on for the 3rd time today. And now runners at first and second here, and we go back to the top of the order for the Thompson Tommies. Connor Welsh will come up with a pair of walks with a run scored, a stolen base as well back in the first inning. A contest that is 78 minutes old right now here in Thompson.
It's nice here, though, Chase. You've got the option, infielder's choice, so just find the easiest bag and get out of the inning.
And right now, that's what Dowles will try to do. Missing for a ball, now 1-0. Bottom of the 4th inning here. As Welsh hits one in the air. That one could smell trouble potentially, but Hushka into short right field, and that'll retire the side here for Thompson. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. 4 complete here in Thompson. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It's the Tommies 9, the Maple River Raiders 1 as we go to the top of the 5th.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson.
At the Thompson Public School, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit the website tps-k12.org for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and information on the construction project and new addition at the Thompson Public School. Follow them on social media and find Tommy Pride with student updates and events with the Thompson Public Schools. Stay in touch with your children's education or find out why the Thompson Public Schools is right for you. tps-k12.org.
To the top of the 5th inning we go. It's the Thompson Tommies 9, Maple River, the Raiders 1. Glad you're tuning in here on your live event. As we go to the top of the 5th inning here for the Raiders. Bottom of the order, Erickson, Davis, and Dowse due up now here for Maple River. Bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning, a chance for Thompson here if they get no runs across. Try to play a couple in the bottom half of the 5th as well. Go back to that 10-run rule, or again, just play 7 innings of baseball here. Tommies, Schumacher. What's coming up to the plate here is going to be Jace Erickson and the pitch. Coming on now will be Overby, pitching here for Thompson. That one swung on and missed. Schumacher goes to second base, so Schumacher goes an inning with a walk and a strikeout. I'm going to be in there for a strike here with Erickson, 2-2. That one swung on and missed, and there's the strikeout. So 1 out now in the top of the 5th inning. Coming to the plate will be Carson Davis, grounded out his last time up to second.
Tommy's trying to make quick work of the top of this inning.
Yeah, a chance here too for Nate. That one, look out, just above the first base dugout there for Thompson. Now 0-1. Also something here for Thompson as well in terms of pitch count and pitching. Don't want to have to necessarily burn an arm if you can use that particular player for a Wednesday-Thursday matchup against Mayport CG. That one in there for a strike, now 1-2. So one thing here, you get to this time of the year, start kind of moving your rotation around. Strike 3 looking. That's 3 straight strikeouts here by the Thompson Tommies pitching staff in the second by Overby coming on in relief.
I also want to take note, Berberich, who is out in left field now, but between him, Overby, I mean, these Tommies pitchers aren't taking any time. They get set, they go.
This one foul back to Caleb Doze. Grounded out to the pitcher his last time up in the third, which at that time was Berberich. That one swung on and missed, now 0-2. So since Overby came on, attacking the strike zone quickly here and trying to get the Tommies bats back in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the pitch. That one missing, now 1-2. If Caleb's able to get aboard, get back to the top of the lineup here for the Raiders. 1-2 pitch, swung on and miss, and that'll retire the side. Striking out the side is Overby here as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 9-1 advantage here for the Thompson Tommies.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Leaf Bakken doing 2 games for softball, now coming over here and knocking out a baseball game as well. Chase Miller with you on your live events. Can go to yourliveevent.com for upcoming action. If you're just joining us, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It was 1-1 going to the bottom of the 3rd, and that's when Thompson erupted for 8 runs. And Leaf very, very, very patient at the plate would be a way to describe that bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, well, when you recognize the pitcher is struggling a little bit, you know where the strike zone is for the umpire. Just sit and wait those out. And then you get a few walks, the pitcher gets frustrated, he starts to throw a little more wild, and so it was just starting to become a little bit of an issue. And so you change out pitching, and you're trying to work on things, and again, like you said, it comes down to a little bit of experience and playing wiffle ball and baseball. You're playing inside and outside, and what's the situation? Well, 5 games is all versus this being the 13th for Thompson. Well, I mean, we're starting to see that play out here on this field in Thompson, North Dakota.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 9 runs, 6 hits, no errors so far for Thompson, and they've been able to draw 9 walks right now for the Tommies, and that's been the difference. On the opposite side for the Thompson pitching staff, they've just had 1 walk combined, and then you look at it, they've thrown 9 strikeouts. So that's been the difference maker here in terms of a stat line as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're going to be swung on and missed, and Thomas Schumacher will step up for his 4th time. Lined out in the 1st inning, had a double with a run score to open things up in the 3rd, then reached base on a fielder's choice his last time up also in the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of can smell a campfire, I think, going in the background here. Would be a really nice night for a bonfire and some s'mores, Leaf.
Oh, yeah. We could go for some s'mores. Hot dog.
Had a bonfire this weekend with some friends. It kind of felt like summer again. This one is fouled back into the netting. Now 1-2.
Yeah, it felt like a very long winter, and then this extended spring as well, between the flooding and snow and rain and just not having some nice weather. It's great to see it.
Here comes the 1-2 offering. This one is hitting the air, and that one's got some steam on it, but Irie playing deep in left field where he was playing about 20 feet in at the 311 mark, and in some ballparks that one would have been out, but here that's just allowed out to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
Again, he's got the most coverage area. If you want to call him a territory representative, he's got the biggest to take care of. And he did have some help there from Reamer coming over from center, and he's playing kind of deep to this side too.
Cunningham steps up now, and first pitch swinging, hits one, and right to Irie again. Irie now will chase in, and he will have it go out of his glove. So going to first is going to be Cunningham on that one. And Irie made a chance for it, but again, it went in the glove and it popped out, and that'll be a runner will come on, and we'll have a courtesy runner here for the Thompson Tommies as well. Jonathan Muse will come on now at first base. So Irie's done just about everything perfect in left, but now the runner will be at first base here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning as Muse will come on for the runner. Reese Berberich will step up to the plate now. Reese a single back in the 1st, single in the 3rd, singled again in the 3rd as well as a run scored. A couple of runs driven in, 2 so far today, and a chance to add on to that with the runner now at first base here in Muse. Here's the pitch. That one will be missing. Now 1-0. Dow so far 2 innings of work on the mound here for the Maple River Raiders. And the 2-0 pitch. That one going to get by the catcher Reamer as he kind of looked both behind him to the right, but the problem was the ball went to the left of him, and scampering up 90 feet will be Muse. Now 2-0 is the count as well here to the number 4 batter in this Thompson Tommy lineup. 2-0 pitch. That one will miss. Now 3-0, something a little bit different too with regions. Region 2 for softball. It's a single elim to start. Then it goes to the double elimination. You know, if you lose a game, you still have a chance to stay alive. That one's a strike. Region 2 baseball, it's double elim. So if you lose your very first game, you still have a chance to come back through the loser's bracket and try to get to that championship series and get to state. 3-1 pitch. That one in there for a strike now makes the count full 3-2.
Finding the bottom edge of the strike zone.
Runner at second base again is Muse here for Thompson, and the pitch. Foul tipped and off the glove and patting of Reamer, and we'll do it all over again. Getting to the upper 50s now, but still a pleasant night, all things considered, here for the middle part of May. Runner at second base, Satcham at third. That's Calvin. Liam at short. Hushka at second, trying to hold the runner on. And the 3-2 pitch will miss out of the zone. That will be walk number 4 for Caleb on the mound. The 10th of the contest here for the Tommies as the team, and runners at first and second.
Like you said, upper 50s. It feels a little cool, but it's still pleasant. I remember some games, softball games at college. Minot State got the bubble, and I remember it was like 20 below that one morning, and it was just warm enough inside the bubble that we could play, and that's about 40 degrees, 36 degrees or something in order for college to play.
Odenbach will step in now. First pitch swinging, and he absolutely uncorks one, as that was a little bit of head, but Odenbach was able to get a solid barrel to that bat for a loud strike. Odenbach with a walk with a run scored in the third. Runners at first and second, and the pitch. This one is hit, and that's going to be to straightaway center field. Muse picks up Nate Solis, who's rounding him in. Here comes the throw back in. That's going to be cut off by Davis, and it will be an RBI single. The Thompson Tommies now lead at 10-1.
Nice little line drive. Put that out to the center field, and again, like you say, RBI single, and you wish you could stretch that out a little more, but that was a great job by the outfield to work that in and work it in quickly and hold it only one.
Odenbach with the RBI single there for Thompson here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So it's been in every other kind of inning. If it's been an odd inning, Thompson has scored even. They have held scoreless, but again, with the way the run is in terms of the 10-run rule variety, the infield will play in right now as the game-winning run sits at third in Berberich. That one going to be in for a strike here to coming to the plate here in Sean O'Hearn. So Sean has a chance to get the RBI. That one's hit down the left field line and just foul. So O'Hearn will have a 0-2 pitch upcoming. So O'Hearn will, junior right fielder, come in here where Strandy would normally hit in the designated hitter spot. Very similar to softball where you talk about that flex position in terms of a similar spot or a designated player. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 looking, and O'Hearn is down second out now in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, keep the runners on the corners and 2 outs. Well, they might be able to set this guy down here, Chase.
Brendan's thinking the opposite, saying, hey, I'd like to get that 11th run of the contest here, get up by 10. If not, to the top of the 6th we will go. Wolfgram so far walk with a run scored in the 3rd and a couple of flyouts. This is going to be a tough play. We'll see if anybody can get there. That'll drop in front of Erickson and right, and it's now 11-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one's going to be the ball game there on the mercy rule. So that'll do it here in Thompson by a final of 11-1. The final knockout blow comes from Wolfgram there, and he gets his first single of the contest. He'll get a run scored in the third inning and an RBI variety here. A final 11-1. Wolfgram with the RBI single. So with this contest, that'll wrap up at 8:22. So 82 minutes of baseball here and a final on this one. Maple River will drop to 1-4 on this season, while Thompson will improve to 12-1. Our post-game show is coming up next here on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Get your food and fuel fast with S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel yourself with snacks, pizza, drinks, and hot-cooked meals made fresh daily. Make sure to stop and check their daily lunch and dinner specials or call ahead to place your order. 701-599-2161. S&T Quick Stop in Thompson. Fuel your vehicle with high-quality Cenex fuel, and they carry engine oil, washer fluid, and everything else you'll need to keep your vehicle going. Be sure to stop by S&T Quick Stop. They look forward to seeing you on your next visit. S&T Quick Stop, Thompson. Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders. As they compete both on and off the field and on the court, you put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish your goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience that you can trust to get the job done with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, contact Triple E Incorporated, 701-668-2258, or stop by the office in Page. Make your next project a winner with a team from Triple E Incorporated in Page.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, after 5 innings complete here in Thompson. The Thompson Tommies win it in 5 by a final of 11-1 via the mercy rule. Thompson 11 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 7 runners left on base. Maple River 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 runners left on base. Burbridge picks up the win, goes 3 innings, gives up 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, no walks. As a unit for Thompson, with Schumacher and Overby coming in relief, they will have 9 strikeouts combined to 1 walk, and just the 2 hits against them here as well. The 1 hit against them for the Thompson Tommies, with Schumacher and Overby with an inning in relief. On the opposite side for Cody Reamer, he picks up the loss, goes 2 1/3 innings, gives up a handful of hits against him. 6 runs against him, 6 walks, no strikeouts. Caleb Dowse will come on with no strikeouts, 4 walks, a couple of hits against him, and a handful of runs. So your box score here in this one for Thompson, 1 run in the first, 8 in the third, 2 in the fifth. For Maple River, just 1 in the first and none after that. So Burbridge picks up the win. Reamer picks up the loss. Game time, 82 minutes, started at 7 and finished at 8:22. It's now time to bring you our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. RDK Enterprises, now that you're getting close to the field or thinking about planting or are planting, RDK Enterprises of Hillsborough and Drayton wants you to have a safe and successful planting season. They're there to provide customer service and support of your precision planting equipment. Call 701-636-2119 for RDK Enterprises. It pays to plant with precision from RDK Enterprises in Hillsborough and Drayton. Well, I think you could go a number of different ways here, but someone that got on board every time was Reese Burbridge, who also picked up the win. 3 at-bats, 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 RBIs as well. There was a handful of walks, 10 as a team, but I think with Reese, he really had a nice game for the junior here today for the Thompson Tommies Leaf in terms of starting the game off, gets 3 innings of work, gets the win, but also, as we mentioned, 4 times up, 3 singles, got a walk, 2 runs driven in with a run scored. Reese had himself a pretty nice outing.
And the fact that he set the pace for this game. He got things rolling on the pitching mound quickly, and then, like you say, he goes up on base. He set the tone for the guys who came to relieve him, and it just really helped out, got going, got right along, and Tommy's really got the bats to roll in a sense, but they also just waited patiently. So part of the game, part of the mental part for pitchers is to move past those walks, and part on the batting side is be patient, and it paid off.
Thompson next game will be tomorrow at Grafton at 4:30 for Maple River. Their next game will be in Hope against Larimore at 4:30 as well. So on this Thompson trifecta, they go 2-1. Softball beats Kindred Richland 5-4. They lose by a run to Central Cass, but again, in 5 innings, a 11-1 win here of the Thompson Tommies. Thompson 12-1 on the season. Maple River at 1-4. On behalf of Leaf Bach and I'm Chase Miller, thank you very much for tuning in to High School Athletics today here on Your Live Event. If you missed any of the action, go to yourliveevent.com to watch it on demand. Good night from Thompson.